This is probably the most important video that I'm going to make about how your brain works, okay? So this is a combination of psychology and some new agey kind of stuff, which is pretty much where I reside. If we look at the types of memory, episodic memory is what it sounds like. The episodes that we experience then give us a reference point for then which we can lead into semantic memory, which becomes a general knowledge, okay? So if you constantly have experiences that reinforce a belief, then you get sort of a general knowledge approach to that particular topic, whether it's, you know, your attitude towards the opposite sex is like, oh, that's what they're like. Or your attitude towards like work and money, that's what that's like, that's how that happens, you know. You get a general knowledge approach to it because of the episodes that you installed knowledge about. Okay, so we've got this notion of like the experiences lead to a general knowledge kind of thing. All right. Now, the problem with this is inexperience, all right? Your baby brain that you're forming as a baby in the first 7 years of your life, that's when the most stuff goes down. And, you know, I say to people, like, you got to make your marriage work until your kids are 7 years old, because it can do a lot of damage to the kid later in life if they form their brain around concepts at a young age, okay? So your baby brain makes rash generalizations about how stuff is in this semantic box because of a couple of little episodes, right? So your parents tell you to be quiet at nighttime and you're excited and you want to run around, and they're like, no, you have to be quiet. And you're like, oh, so I got in trouble because I was happy. When I was excited, they told me to be quiet and go to bed, so maybe I'm not allowed to be happy. And so then you go, oh, am I not allowed to be happy? I get in trouble when I'm happy. And then you have another couple of episodes and you go, oh, I'm not allowed to be happy, all right? And so this has happened when you're 3, 4 years old, right? And you lay your whole personality on top of, I'm not allowed to be happy, I'm not allowed to get what I want, I just have to go to bed when I'm told. That's how life is, right? Because a couple of episodes gives you this general knowledge, right? So then you come into your adult life and you're going for a job interview or something, and you're sitting across from someone who is the gatekeeper to your dream job, to your dream life, and you just start giving them really uncomfortable body language or something really subtle, or you laugh awkwardly at a joke that they didn't quite make or whatever. And so in this way, we repel an opportunity to be happy, because that's not who I am, that's not who I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be happy. I'm not supposed to get my dream job because I'm not allowed to be happy. And so this kind of identity construct will kind of cause unconscious behavior that repels things that we think that we want, because what you actually want is to be who you are, the personality that you've layered on top of I'm not allowed to be happy. So you recreate that and then go back to the systems you have in place to be an unhappy person who aspires to things and then doesn't get them because you're not supposed to have a happy life. You know what I mean? That's how you built your brain. Okay, so these identity constructs, it applies to, you know, different areas. So if we're looking at money and you're like, no, I'm not a rich guy because they're jerks and it's easy. If you got lots of money, that's easy. I'm an artist, I'm a tortured artist, and I'm nice. So, you know, I'm not a jerk, I'm nice. So I can't be that because I'm this, right? And I'm supposed to be a tortured artist, so easy doesn't fit in with that identity construct, right? So see how that works? It's like, I'm not allowed to be rich because that's not who I am, okay? And it's because you've layered your personality on top of the conditioning, right? So if we look at love, if we look at relationships, you're like, you've got a construct in your personality that's like, love is hard. I don't just get oxytocin easily from the relationships, right? And it is your parents' fault, like, to some degree. I mean, they've got all this stuff as well, so you can't blame them. It's just the way that society has created the family unit and stuff like that. It's not really anyone's fault. It's, you know, and if you need to find fault, look no further, you know. focus on the things that you do have control over, right? So if you believe love is hard, then you're not going to get yourself into an easy relationship. You're not going to find a partner who's very compatible and very easy to get along with, because you're not supposed to be happy. It's supposed to be difficult to get oxytocin. It's supposed to be difficult to get sex from a partner, you know? And this, like, I don't get what I need, if that's your world, that's your reality, that's what you believe, then that's what you'll recreate, and it's unconscious, you know? You make eye contact with someone who's just a nightmare, and you're like, yep, that's my type. That's who I'm supposed to be with. Because that's deep down what you believe. Okay, so you can probably see what I'm driving at is that we make these judgments about reality that are based on inexperience, okay? And we generalize about how things work, and we develop a feeling about the knowledge that we have, which is then our emotional response in situations of like how we feel about things, all right? What feels true to us, okay?